Hi everybody, the SM Reader here, Scott Reader, and we're here at Martin's Violin Shop, and I'm going to teach you how to do what is called a harp block when you string your guitars. Now the guitar that I'm going to be working on is a very inexpensive student guitar, like $110 guitar retail, and we might have to do some adjustment on it, I'm not sure. I'm getting ready to unbox it right now. I'll show you what we got here. Pop you off the stand. Okay, what we have here is a Spectrum full-size acoustic guitar. It offers an exclusive 2-year extended warranty. And it comes with a tuner, a gig bag, a polishing cloth, and a couple of picks, some cheap Chinese strings, and a strap. And then it also comes with some backing tracks to learn how to jam for free. And you know, this is just a cheapy guitar. We get them for probably 35, 40 bucks, something like that. It's NATO wood, so whatever kind of wood they get. It's not a solid spruce top or anything, I don't think. Let's check. Cleaning cloth, digital tuner, padded gig bag, full-size cutaway acoustic, rosewood fingerboard, die-cast tuners, and adjustable rods. I'm sorry I wasn't. Scroll down through this here a little bit. So I'm going to set the camera up. Unbox it, and show you how to do a harp block. A lot of people, when you guys string your guitars up, if you string them the way that I show you how to string them, after they're stretched out and in tune, they will stay in tune unless the guitar changes due to humidity, either drying out or getting too wet. It's actually a locking knot. So let's get you set up here, and we'll unbox this guitar and do it. So you guys can see what I'm doing. So let's unbox this baby. So here's the tuner. And I'm going to slip the tuner in the gig bag for right now. Okay, for some reason there's one string on this. Not exactly sure why, but not going to worry about that. And here's the cheap strings, polishing cloth, and strap all in here. We're not worried about this stuff. This will stay in the box. I'm just going to string her up and with some desireable strings. Now, hopefully, whoops, we don't have any end pins. Let's see if those are in the box here. That's weird, a guitar coming without end pins. Well, that's the Chinese for you. And these are some cheesy strings. Got one end pin. Okay, these end pan holes were not properly reamed, and on lesser expensive guitars this is something you find on a regular basis. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a reamer, small reamer, and then just touch these out just a little bit. Just a hair. About a turn and a half. Pull it out, and then I'm going to ream it backwards. There's a name for that, burnish it. And then backwards. And let's fit these, see how they sit down in there now. Oh yeah. Matter of fact, probably went just a little too far, so I need to do about a half a turn. And then burnish. Let's try that one. See how it sits. Now when the string goes in, it'll hold it better. That's better. Now I'm just going to try and just burnish it. You need to be careful using a reamer because they are razor sharp, and it just takes a turn or two and you will find out how much is out. So this one I just turned backwards just to burnish it. And that is perfect. So that's all we need to do. Just a couple of turns backwards to burnish out the hole.
Keep diving to see you.
Send them on down.
Send them down.
Who is it?
My Georgia friend from Georgia.
Oh, okay. And there we go. The 3 that I just back burnished and did no cutting, those ones are perfect. And then the next 2 are just a hair big, but when the string's in there, that won't make a matter. Okay guys, on that guitar we were just working on, the bridge is way too low and it's not properly clearing the frets. So what I've done is I have glued the bridge to a piece of ebony, 1/2 mil thick. Hopefully we don't need to use a second piece. And I'm going to cut this clear and see if we got our shim. So what you do is take your left hand knife and cut that trim off right like this. And because it's glued on, it's a real easy cut. Alright, same thing on this side. Get right up here on the edge and run her down a couple times and she'll clear right out. Alright, I think we got her separated just about. And yes, you guys can see that even though my big fat fingers are in the way. Cut her here on the edge. And there we go. And we now have a 1/2 inch shim. All I have to do, oops, there we go. All I have to do is take a file and clean the edges up a little bit. So let me grab a file. So I have a coarse file here. We're going to work this edge first. File her down until she meets up with the plastic. This is a plastic bridge. Most bridges are plastic on lower dollar guitars. Even on some more expensive guitars, some builders think the plastic's better. Myself, I prefer bone, ivory, or mastodon ivory. Mastodon ivory can get kind of pricey, but I believe it's worth it for the tone. On the ends here, I'm going to hold the file and work the bridge. Just about. And then you want to undercut, so you set it at a 45-degree angle and undercut this edge just a little bit. It doesn't take much when you're using a coarse file. I'm going to flip her over on this side. And by the way, we're listening to Blonde Boy Gruntin' the Groans with permission. Mike Good, Bob Hill, Terry Anderson, I believe, and John, I don't know his last name, is the bass player. Terry's the drummer. Bob's the mando player and presently singing this song. And Blonde Boy Grunt writes 90% of the songs and plays guitar. They're currently on tour in Germany. And they were just in Baden, Germany last week. So get all these edges undercut just a hair. Okay, tubers. Now let's see here, let me get some light up on the subject. And there she is. I put a 1/2 mil shim glued to the bottom, and then you glue it to the bottom and then you file it. That makes it a lot easier to handle. So we're going to put this in our guitar and see how high it takes it up. Hopefully we don't have to add more.